Philippines day 1.5, I think so, because I arrived yesterday at 5. The flight was delayed because of a storm. No, not really. I don't think it was a storm. I think it's a baby cyclone or something. But there was rain. Things are flying. Not yet people, but things are flying. And the runway was flooded a bit. So we were delayed for 2 hours in the landing. But we landed quite well. And I feel like a lot of the things that my mind has been confronted by dissolved mid-air, because as I was walking through that arrival gate, I can already like like that feeling. I was literally doing that. The when I saw the people waiting for their family member who came just got out of that plane, I felt that sort of because I was excited and happy, and the guard was also smiling because he saw me with that kind of happiness, and happiness is contagious. So he was smiling, and I instantly saw my dad even before the doors have opened, the glass doors have opened. So I'm like I was just waving, yes, and all is well, and the connection is present, and my brother and my sister were there, and yeah, it's just it went because I had no expectations at all. I remember, if you remember correctly, you haven't probably gotten to that part yet because I have a lot of videos, but I gave myself this pep talk of not having any expectations. I had to drop them and to just be as present as I can with what situation that is gonna be on the table for me. And I think that's better. I felt like that's a good thing that I had done. I dropped all expectations, forget about what I had to do here or what I want to do here, and just exist as the sun rises and sets. So yeah, we were happy, and we had dinner together, all 5 of us, because one of my brothers was somewhere else, and we had dinner and we were talking, and oh, it felt like I'm inside a comic book with all their stories about the silliness of people and gossip, of course. Part of the Philippine culture, huge part of Philippine culture, gossip. Interesting. My dad and my mom, they were both telling stories in a very comedic way. Very like all the hand gestures, all the, as if they were the ones who are in the point main light of the story. And for a second I noticed that that's where I got a huge part of my personality from when I was telling stories. It's as if I'm the one who is being discussed. I reenact the scene, I reenact the dialogue, the hand gestures, and all these things. And my dad changed his mind about the trip. He changed his mind about the trip. They said, "Oh, it's up to you how long you want, how." He changed his mind about the trip, and even my mom and my sister were really surprised because that, according to them, that's the first time that they had a proper discussion with my dad, because my dad, he's always busy doing dad things, and that's the first proper discussion that they've had regarding the trip, because everyone is always in the rush. And yeah, and my mom was like, Will, he looks happy, he looks okay. Before he's like, no, no, no. And now that we talk to him, he seems happy. And my dad was, before, when he said that, oh, it's up to you if you want 1 month, if you want 5 days, whatever, you go what you want. After all, it's not every day that we go on trips. That's my line. I'm like, in my head, that's my line. So yeah. And my sister made fun of it, while my dad was like, oh, but before you said. And my dad was like, am I not allowed to change my mind? Am I not allowed to change my mind? So he changed his mind. And yeah, it was an interesting half of the day yesterday and today also. Yeah, we're going on a trip. And I slept on the floor. Because there are several options. My dad was giving me his mattress, and my mom was giving my brother's mattress, the one with proper bed frame, and there's another one that is empty, the double deck on top of the bed of my youngest brother. But then I don't want to take away my dad's mattress, so that's out of the question. And I don't want to take away my other brother's mattress, because he might arrive in the middle of the night and wondering where should I sleep now. So that's also X. And I also don't want to take the one that's inside the room of my little brother, because it's very hot there. There are no windows, and yeah, basically it's very hot there. So I slept on the floor. I think that will be the sorry. That will be my bed for 1 month. This board, not it's not even a board. It's a carton. It's a thick carton packaging. Yeah, imagine those boxes you use for packing. You kind of flatten them, and that's where I need two, because I'm a bit long. I need two, so I laid it out where there is space, which is the way to the kitchen. And that the house is not really very big. I even told them this morning, one of my clients, this house, it's just the size of their living room. It's just the size of their living room. Because they asked about, I forgot where the story began, but I told them I've met some very inspiring people. So yeah, I had this board overlapping one another in the middle, and I put some sheet, one piece, one layer, and I have this pillow, two pillows, one for the below of my wiggle, and one for my head. And I was okay there. And yeah, it was this morning I woke up and told my mom, because we also have this, some of my cousin, they were born abroad, and whenever they come back, it's like everyone in the family tree have their butts running around in circles just to please the one from the west. all the special treatment. They have to be in a room where there are nice beds. They have to be the one in the one where there's air conditioning. We always have to give them their favorite food. And when I was young, I thought it's just normal. But now that I'm also one who came from abroad, I'm like, wait a second, my system is not really searching for special treatment. I'm like, why before when I was young and they will come to the Philippines, why did everyone give them that kind of, like they were royalties or something. But I'm not really looking for, my system at least is not really looking for special treatment. I'm like, I can lie down on the floor without any inch of negative feelings inside my heart. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed laying down on the floor because it's giving me a lot of perspective about things, many different things. It's giving me perspective about how I can adapt, about how easy I have it in Finland, about how far I have gotten. Because before, it's normal for me to lay down on the floor before. I actually never experienced a room for myself or a bed for myself until I got to the Netherlands, which I was 24, I think, at the time, or 23, I forgot. But that's the first time I experienced a real bed that's for me. It's in the Netherlands. In here in the Philippines, I didn't really hospital bed that I had. I had hospital bed when I was still like when I had an accident. I cannot sit for 1 month. I was just laying there waiting for everyone to feed me or like or clean after me, something. So that gave me a lot of perspective from that young age. I was, I think, 19 that when it happened. I'm like, everything after this is just a bonus. The life, the years, everything is just a bonus because I could have died already. And there was a time where I cannot walk. So even walking, I highly appreciate my ability that, oh, I can use my legs. There was a time when I cannot use my legs. So I think this is it for now. Oh, another thing that's important that happened today is that apparently my brother, the little one, the not so little anymore, but the youngest of the family, is interested in photography. He asked if I had my camera with me, the film camera, and he asked me to teach him. So we were talking about it earlier, and I'm so happy that he's interested, because this is actually one of the things that I'm very interested in, and he has the interest. And I told him, oh, I brought some 6 rolls of films, you can have one for yourself. And there he went. He is now in the town center doing some over there. And yeah, I discussed to him some of the technicalities of how you will not burn your images. This is the setting for that, and this. And he's really listening. He downloaded the app for the light settings, and yeah, he's off. to the jungle that we call the town center and taking some pictures there as I am recording this. So that's one thing that I'm really happy about this. And this, still speaking, having some one way sort of conversation to you and the soul of the universe here in this very interesting corner of the earth. I'm happy that this is still possible and that I can still put my mind in the right place to work. And maybe it will even give some kind of layers to how I construct things or think about things, because look at this. Look at where I am. Look at where I am. Hi, can you see? Maybe you can see that's the internal organs. I'm not sure if of fish or whatever animal it is, but I'm positive that that is some things internal organs. So I bid you goodbye for now. And I feel like the way I speak has slightly changed again. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure when, but it did. But it's still inside. It's still your friend. Beneath the layers of perception and flesh, you will still find your friend.